Hello, it's Jeff the Maintenance Man. When I did the grab bar, I had a couple people email me and ask me what was that I was sticking in the wall, and these are called hollow wall anchor tools, or hollow wall anchors. And basically how they work is you punch a hole through the wall, and when you tighten them down, they squeeze up. So I figured I'd do a demonstration. These are pretty much what everybody's used to. They spread apart a little bit. Show you how those work also. 1/4 inch drill bit. For this one, I need like a 5/16 inch. These are masonry bits, but I have this piece of sheetrock here, and we're gonna drill a hole, and I'll show you how this works. So you drill a hole in the wall, if this was a wall. And then the ones I was using were these. These are my favorite. This is some of that thick sheetrock. But you want the hole. Sometimes it helps to beat it in there a little bit. So this would be your wall. And it's simple. You beat it in there. Tighten it down. So it gets tight. You don't want to go too tight, and I'll tell you why. Now if we look on the back end here, you can see it fans out like a hollow point bullet or something, but it's definitely not going anywhere. So you put whatever it is you want to hang on there. Put this back in and seal it. Tighten it up, and the thing ain't going anywhere. It's pretty stable. Same thing with these. They're just, this one's smaller. This one's a little bit bigger. This one, these are good for pictures. These aren't good pretty much for anything. These are for really thick walls. See how you got the head space there. These are for really thick walls, I guess. Yeah, so different solutions for different problems, I guess. These everybody's familiar with. I would hope you are. These are just little plastic anchors, and take a 1/4 inch drill bit, drill a hole, push these into the thing, and these are used on towel, and they do essentially the same thing. They spread out in the thing, but as you can see, if this was a piece of towel, the towel wouldn't give, like over here, this porcelain. So that's what makes these good for towel. So yep. So that's what I was putting in the wall, and that's how those work. Another solution, I'm going to drill another hole here for maybe lighter hanging. Probably one of the best. There's two different types of these I got. They do the same thing. These are called zippets, and basically you don't really even have to drill that hole. You just put the thing in there and you're screwing. And they are self-drilling. You get them drilling like that, and then they set in there, and they don't go anywhere either. You get through the sheetrock, and you can take a screw like this. I mean, you really get down with these. Those are good for heavy pictures and stuff like that. As grab bars, I use the hollow wall anchors, because that thing's not going anywhere, especially when you put 3 of them in a wall like that. So that's what I was putting in the wall. And there's some other fastening ways. I mean, I don't have one to show you, I don't think. It's snap toggle. I don't think I have the bolt, but I'll show you how it works. So this is a 3/16, so I need to at least a 5/16 to get the hole started. So you want a nice big hole. That's why we don't use these that much, because you got to put a big old hole in the wall. But you got this piece of plastic on them, and what you do is you stick it through the hole. You have it like this, but down here you can flip these side to side, and it flips this down. You stick this in the hole, and when you're through the wall, when you go to pull it back, you're just gonna tap it like this until you get a grip. You're gonna grab it like this, go forward, tightening it up as much as you can, and then just take this, bend it back and forth, and it snaps in there. And then I don't think this bolt's gonna be, nah, but for demonstration you would have a bolt. Oh, it might, oh man, it does fit. So then you would have a bolt. Oh, wrong way, Jeff. There we go. And you can really tighten that down, and that's going to pull into the back of the sheetrock, and that's not going anywhere. I can actually snap this nail off. It ain't going nowhere. Of course, you wouldn't snap the nail off. All this would be obviously on the front side of the wall, so you wouldn't see anything on the back. But there's a couple ways to fasten heavy stuff to sheetrock, and I hope y'all learned something in simple video. Most of y'all probably know this, but interesting ways. I never heard of these hollow wall anchors until I started working here, and these are the greatest things ever. These things, awesome. The zippets coming in at number 2. For tile, number 1 is the plastic or concrete. For medium heavy stuff, number 2. For really heavy stuff, TVs, such, maybe the snap toggles, but sometimes they can spin around and get you. But these, yes, these are awesome. Number 1 in my opinion, these hollow wall anchors. They make a tool for these too. If you try to put them on tile or something, you can. You have to drill a hole through the tile and then bend those little barbs right here and here, bend those flat, and then the tool goes like, it pulls on it and seats it on the tile so it doesn't spin around, because it has nothing to grip onto. When it's in the tile like this, it'll just keep spinning on the smooth tile, because these spikes don't, you can't go in the tile. So, but they make a tool for it. But for tile, I use just the regular old blue anchors, and never had a grab bar come off. Actually, we did, but the tile came with it, so that lets you know you did a good job. Jeff the Maintenance Man. YouTubers, be safe.